What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Daily Walk with Lance. This is where I take my morning Bible devotional. I record it and then I upload it and share it with you guys. Like I say before every video, please don't view me as a spiritual leader, pastor, prophet, nothing like that. I'm just average Joe trying to show other average Joes. If you'll just take 20, 30 minutes out of your busy 9 to 5 and read the Bible and learn it, you'll learn a lot more than you think, like I have. And not that anybody should rely on me or my content for their Bible study, but that you should be in it yourself, and then you'll know if I'm being truthful or if we disagree on what a verse means. Then we can have a respectful dialogue. That's the only way this works. But let's just get right into it. This is the Bible devotional for April 9th. We are in the New American Standard Bible, as always. We are in the book of Luke, chapter 9, verses 18 through 27. Let me make sure. Yeah, 18 through 27. And this is where Peter says Jesus is the Christ. But it's Jesus looks to the 12 disciples and says, people say they think they know who I am. Who do you guys think I am? And this is obviously after they've been with him for a while now. So let's just get right into it and read it, and then we'll talk about it. And it happened that while he was praying alone, the disciples were with him, and he questioned them, saying, "Who do the people say that I am?" They answered and said, "John the Baptist, and others say Elijah, but others that one of the prophets of old has risen." And he said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" And Peter answered and said, "The Christ of God." But he warned them and instructed them not to tell this to anyone, saying, "The Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed and be raised on the third day." And he was saying to them all, "If anyone wants to come after me, he must deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. For whoever wants to save his life will lose it. But whoever loses his life for my sake, this is one of the one who will save it. For what good does it do a person if he gains the whole world, but loses or forfeits himself? But for whoever is ashamed of me and my words, the Son of Man will be ashamed of him when he comes in his glory, and the glory of the Father and the holy angels. But I say to you truthfully, there are some of those standing here who will not taste death until they see the kingdom of God." And then, so that's, he's kind of foreshadowing to the disciples, you're going to go through something similar to what I'm about to go through. But let's get my notes out here. So, why is that? There we go. Why is that keep popping up? There we go. So, this is considered, he's basically saying, to follow him, it's not going to make you rich. It's not going to make you famous. It's not going to make you get these worldly things that we tend to desire, but that it's going to come with a cost. That, people are going to reject not only us, but they rejected Jesus. So you're going to face that constant rejection. Some people will take it, but especially in today's day and age, there's going to be a lot of rejection going on. And I mean, look at 11 out of the 12 disciples had, well, one of the disciples we know, Judas, what happened to Judas. So take Judas out of it. But all the other disciples ended up, like Peter was upside down, crucified upside down. And so all the others, they became martyrs. The only one that lived to old age, and then he, obviously he still was taken, but John, the Apostle John, he was the one disciple that lived for a little bit longer because then God used him to write not only the Gospel of John, but then First John, Second John, and Third John, and then Revelation. So, he had a little bit bigger, not bigger, but he had more for John to do, even more than the other disciples. And so, like I said, this is emphasizing the cost of discipleship. You're not going to gain things in the world. You're going to even probably be rejected by the world. And that's just, this is what makes Christianity so different. Number one, it doesn't promise prosperity or riches, nothing like that. The blessings it promises are all blessings in God's eyes and not worldly eyes. So yes, there's blessings that come with it, but nothing that nothing that the average person would say, oh, I'm going to get rich and famous or something like that. No. And then also, it doesn't say, when it talks about the cost of discipleship, it doesn't say to take up arms against anybody. It's you take up your own cross and then you bear it. And I mean, it's saying, hey, when there's good and evil, and you choose the side of good, evil's going to come after you. And evil runs the world right now. And so it's just, the price we pay to try to just spread the word of God. I mean, look at the difference between Islam and Christianity. Christianity, it's you present to them the truth and the good news, and it's up to them whatever they decide to do. In Islam, you're forced. It's convert or just Google Islam and some of their tenets. I mean, it's not peaceful at all. Whereas Christianity, we turn the other cheek. It's kind of like the idea of self-defense against something off, like you're going on offense. It's the Stoic version. It's you don't look to get in any kind of conflict like that. And then obviously Jesus predicts his crucifixion and resurrection, and he tells the disciples, hey, I'm gonna give y'all privileged information. This is information I don't want you to spread yet, because he needed to be rejected by the Pharisee, because he needed to be on the cross. And that's why when Peter went to defend Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, he looked at Peter and said, no, get behind me, Satan, because it was bigger than just defending Jesus in the moment. No, it had to happen. And so it's not that he was saying, oh, Peter, why do you care about me so much? You should care. No, it's hey, I've given you privileged information that this day is coming. This is the day. Let it happen. And then Peter, he goes through denying Christ, but then he ends up coming back and being one of the most influential people in the Bible, like outside of Jesus. Like he's one of the most, him and Paul, and him, Paul, Moses, Abraham, a couple of people that really stand out, and he's one of those that stand out to me. And then just be prepared for persecution and wait for the ultimate victory when Jesus returns. That's what we know what's coming, and we know who wins. And that's the whole point of this message. It's stay steadfast, stay stoic, stay in the Word. Let the world reject you, because the world rejected Jesus. So, let it happen. All right, y'all. It's a little bit of a shorter one today, but, if I would have, before or after these verses, it would have been a whole, different section. So, keep this one a little bit short. The softball ministry, we're off and running with it. We're playing in our third tournament this weekend. We're still looking for some more sponsors, so it's a very expensive thing to do. Like entry fees alone could be $300 to $500 depending on the tournament, but it's a very expensive thing to do, and we could use all the help, sponsorship. We can, any kind of donation, and we have the tax exempt form. Like we're tax exempt and everything. So if you would like to donate to that, I'll leave my email in the description below. Or if you're just listening, it's teamlegacysoftball@gmail.com. teamlegacysoftball@gmail.com. And like I said, that it'll go to entry fee, balls, Yeah, if you wanted to get on, if you wanted to, we got tiers of sponsorship options. One of them is that you could be on a jersey. We're gonna have to go ahead and order some jerseys. But if a sponsor wanted to get involved and wanted to be on a jersey, we could work something out because of the amount of money it would be. We could get a second jersey. Is what I'm trying to say. Um, but we could, like I said, we can work it out. Um, but yeah, so those of you who watch us, keep us in your prayer every weekend as we go out, because obviously we enjoy. Most of us played baseball, and then slow pitch softball is kind of the way we get to play that. And then also, most of these people at these tournaments aren't going to go to church on Sunday, no matter what. So it's the hey, we get to go and spread the word. And we take prayer requests after every game, and after every game we're getting 20, 30, 40 prayer, or after every tournament we're getting 20, 30, 40 prayer requests. And keep those people in your prayers too, whether you got people fighting cancer, they're going through some legal trouble, like it's people that just the average people that need some help. So keep them in your prayers, keep us in your prayers. And let's see. But if this is the first time on one of my videos, if you would, please drop me a follow, hit that like button, share the video, leave a comment. The only way the algorithm works anymore is if you have interaction, a lot of interaction with your video. The days of just going viral, like off of keywords and stuff, is pretty much over. Like my last video, I had a bunch of trending keywords in it because I was talking about a trending subject, and I got like 0 views. So it's like it's one of those things. The algorithms are done, and now it's all interaction. And so basically, celebrities and big businesses that are already established get that natural push, and then people who are smaller, it's you guys. It's if it wasn't for people who watch us regularly, we'd be in the gutter. So outside of prayer, the best way you can help us interact with our content. And don't, like I said, don't do that just for me. Do that for anybody that you enjoy their content. All right, y'all. No stream today, but tomorrow is gonna be a weird day, so I might throw a stream in tomorrow night. Because it's a close to home tournament, so I don't have to get to bed like super early and get up at like 4 a.m. and travel. I can actually have a kind of regular night. So might do a stream tomorrow and then get the streams really going, because then I'll have a week off. I have a weekend off after this weekend, but then we really start going every weekend back to back to back. All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.